Hi, Mark Gordon with GoldenTicker.com for February 23rd, 2011. Want to go over a few charts here today. Today, the NASDAQ composite was down 1.2%. The markets got hit pretty hard. The leaders got hit hard too. I wanted to show you this. This red mark here is today's action. It closed right here on the 50-day moving average, got support there, but it did break this all-important trend line here that's been in effect since October. So that's a pretty bearish sign there. Also, it was on a pickup in volume, and we had 2 days of distribution. That's when the market sells off in higher volume than the day before. So 2 in a row is not a good sign either. Holding here at the 50-day moving average is a good sign. If the market continues to fall, though, it's going to confirm that we did break this trend line and could be going into some sort of a correction, a corrective phase here. So let's keep an eye on that. You can also see it here on a weekly chart, clearly breaking this uptrend and closing below it. It's been in effect actually. The first low was made here in mid-November. So not a great sign. We're down almost 4% for the week. Looking now at a daily chart of the S&P 500, we can see that it was down 0.6%, also breaking a intermediate term trend line that started here in December, and breaking that on heavy volume and increasing volume. So 2 distribution days also for the S&P 500. Not so bad though, still holding above this, well above this 50-day moving average here. Support should come in here at this area, or else we're going lower. I'm going to quickly run through some of the key stocks here. This is Apple down, actually up 1.2%, holding right at its 50-day moving average. So a lot of support coming in there. Had 2 distribution days here, pulling us all the way back here, slicing through the 21-day moving average, this red line, but holding firmly here and up today. Another key stock, Amazon.com, coming down through the 50-day moving average, this blue line here, holding here at this green dotted line, which is the 100-day moving average, getting support there, but falling in slightly above average volume. So closing below the 50-day moving average. Key networking stock is Aruba Networks, pulling back 0.6% on average volume and decreasing volume, and kind of filling this big gap here it made the other day. Very strong, pulling back in lighter volume than the up move. So Aruba holding very well. Chipotle Mexican Grill, leading retail stock, down 3.1%, holding above the 50-day moving average, this blue line here, and closing right on its 21-day moving average. So it appears that it's getting some support from the institutions. It did fall on a pickup in volume though, and it has closed below this line here. This is the pivot point of where it broke out of this cup-shaped base. So when stocks break out and then pull back below the pivot point, it's not a good sign. Well, let's see if Chipotle can hold in this area. Next support will come in here at the 100-day moving average at about 225. Oil and gas play, Concho Resources, strong, has been strong for quite a while here. Up 1.2%, new high, strong volume, everything looking really great. F5 Networks down 2.7%, falling below the 100-day moving average, finding no support there. Fell back here in January on a poor earnings report, gapped real wide gap here, came back up here trying to fill the gap, held back here at the 50-day moving average, no support here, falling right back down. Leading fertilizer stock, Mosaic, up 1.45% today, getting strong support here at the 50-day moving average, bouncing off it in very heavy volume here after a nice 5 or 6 day pullback here, finding great institutional support here. Netflix in trouble here, down 4.7% today, falling through the 21-day moving average. Second day of distribution here, very heavy volume. Let's see if some support will come in here at the 50-day moving average, which will be at the 198.50 level. Tech leader Riverbed finding support at the 50-day moving average, closing right on the 21-day moving average, a sign of institutional support, down 3.75% today. Another key tech stock, Skyworks Solutions, finding support here at the 50-day moving average, solidly closing above it. Very heavy volume, but that close in the upper end of the trading range is a very bullish sign. So support came in, very heavy support came in, supporting the stock at the 50-day moving average. Still losing 2.6% though. Baidu dropping 3.64% today, slicing the 21-day moving average solidly on a pickup in volume, third straight day of distribution. Lots of selling in Baidu, holding here above the 50-day moving average and holding above this 115.04 line here, which would be a pivot point from a breakout. So Baidu trying to hold up here. Let's see what happens. Lululemon, leading retailer, dropping 2.34%. Getting support here at the 50-day moving average, actually just above the 50-day, and closing above the 21-day moving average in the upper end of the range on some pretty substantial volume. So that is a sign of institutional support on Lululemon as well. Okay, one more chart, last but not least. Priceline.com off 1.8% on very heavy volume here, closing just below the 50-day moving average. Priceline did report really good earnings after the bell.